Pisces, welcome to your April 2022 singles love reading. Sorry, I'm a little bit delayed on getting the rest of these out. I started the series, but I think back in the end of March, and I haven't been able to complete it. So, but this is your singles love reading for the month of April 2022. So let's get into it. I'm going to pull a couple from the Romance Angels. I've meditated and pre-shuffled the cards, so we're all ready to go. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for Libra and my Libra singles in love for the month of April for 2022, please? April 2022 for Libra singles. I just want to jump out there. Okay, we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Get one or two more, Spirit, please, for Libra. We also have, it is safe for you to love, open your heart, and give and receive the highest energy of all. And one more, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, I'm also going to pull a couple from the Kipper, and then I'm going to do just a regular Celtic cross. Spirit, will you tell me about Libra's, oh, there it goes. Family room, 21. Definitely goes with the heart-to-heart conversations. You have important conversations in, you know, family room, right? Spirit, give me a couple more for Libra. Give me a couple more for Libra singles and love for the month of April. We also have house and courthouse. Okay. Maybe it's a lot of commitment and stuff here. Let's see what we have for Celtic cross. How are you guys doing? I'm getting my table a little bit higher, so the only thing is it's kind of hard to shuffle sometimes because it's kind of up higher, but I wanted you guys to be able to see the card, so you have to tell me how you like it set up. We have the 9 of Cups for your Celtic cross. In your challenge position, we have the Temperance. Your subconscious position is the Queen of Pentacles. Your recent past is the 3 of Wands. Your near future is the 3 of Swords. Your further future is the 8 of Cups. Your internal influences or your feelings internally are the Moon. Your external influences are 8 of Wands. Your hopes and fears is the Lovers. And the 2 of Wands is in your outcome. Okay. Well, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords, the Hanged One, the Queen of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, we'll stop there. Okay, Libra, let's get into your reading. So you have the 9 of Cups here in kind of like your overall energy, which is good. 9 of Cups is happy, joy, fulfillment, harmony, feeling good by yourself, or just being by yourself. You know, you're very content within yourself. But the Temperance is in your challenge card. So you could be having trouble healing or finding some balance in your life. Or you might even have one foot in, one foot out on something. I feel like because if you're in the 9 of Cups, you're kind of still trying. I feel like you're happy, but I feel like there's still healing to do in whatever way. You have the 3 of Wands in your past position. 3 of Wands is like, you know, waiting for your ships to come in, you know, kind of hoping for the future, kind of looking forward, manifesting, but it's kind of a card of waiting. It's also a card of, you know, moving forward, because this girl is waiting for her ships to come in and, you know, she intends to get on one of them. Which one, we don't know. That's up to you. In your subconscious, the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing. She's very stable. She is very, focused on her coin. She's focused on this coin right here for sure. But she's very grounded. Let's see. Okay, so that's like your subconscious. So I feel like it looks good for the most part. The thing that's kind of confusing me here, Libra, is you have the Three of Swords in your near future, which I'm kind of getting the feeling because the Two of Wands is in your overall outcome for the month. I feel like you were waiting on something to happen, or maybe move forward, and maybe it didn't. Or maybe you have to make the decision, which is why the Two of Wands is in your outcome. Because you have a lot of choice cards here. You have the Lovers in your hopes and fears, which is also a choice card. And the Two of Wands, I mean, it's like one way or the other. And I feel like that's why if you look at the Temperance, she's kind of like trying to balance that liquid going back and forth in these cups. I feel like you're kind of going back and forth about something. For the most part, I feel like you're very focused on your money. But I feel like because this is, somewhat of your recent past, I feel like maybe you even had some heart-to-heart conversations. Maybe it was somebody that you dated. I don't feel like this was a serious relationship. For some of you, it might be. But you might have to make a decision to either, I mean, you're obviously not in a relationship if you're watching a singles reading, but hopefully, hopefully, please don't do that. But the thing is here is I feel like you were waiting for something, like I said, to move forward. In the meantime, I think that you're happy by yourself, but, maybe you're even kind of dating a couple of people and one person you wanted to kind of move forward with, but I feel like you were just kind of waiting for something to happen. The Three of Swords, this doesn't have to mean heartbreak, or it can also mean lessons learned, or just, a little bit of kind of like emotional, like hardship, I guess you could say. It does mean separation, divorce, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And maybe you were waiting, maybe you're recently single and you were waiting for something to really make a turn. And that's why maybe you are feeling heartbroken in the future, because the Eight of Cups is in your further future, and this is walking away because something wasn't emotionally fulfilling. This is embarking on a new journey. She's taking her cup and she's getting out of here. She's like, wine's drying up around here. I'm going to take my cup. I'm not being appreciated. I'm going to go somewhere else. So I also see like, you have, I feel like there's a lot of confusion, and I feel like it's saying, heart-to-heart conversations. I feel like you need to have a conversation, or maybe it's somebody that's kind of, you kind of like date on and off, but it never kind of succumbs to anything. Maybe you're waiting for something to go to another level, and it hasn't, but it's saying it's safe for you to love, even though the Three of Swords is here. So, and I think that's why the family room is here. It could be somebody that you have a past with that maybe you've been married to, that you're kind of like, should I go married, or like in a long-term committed relationship, because you have House and Courthouse here, or you might be still dealing with the after effects of maybe some kind of long-term relationship that didn't work out. This is your future. You're embarking on a new journey, but the Eight of Cups, it doesn't have to be a bad card of, you're walking away, but she's got her little backpack on. She's ready for a journey onto something new. In your internal kind of influences and feelings, we have the Moon. So I feel like you're kind of confused. You have a lot of things that are coming to the surface. You're kind of probably a little bit emotional. We did have a full moon yesterday. So, and it was in full moon in Libra. So because there's a lot of emotions flowing here. But I feel like you're going to be fine, and you might even gain like a sense of like, you might be embarking on a new journey. in some way, whether it's maybe you have to continue healing, maybe you're not done, maybe you want to work on your money a little bit more, because courthouse doesn't have to mean, you know, divorce. It can also mean just major contracts and things happening, major decisions that are being made, things being kind of even put back into justice. You know, it doesn't have to be legal. With religious factors here, I mean, religion could play, but this card, I always see that maybe the person, or maybe, you know, who maybe even liked somebody and it didn't work out, and you were kind of waiting to see if something happened and it didn't. But religious factors is kind of like maybe that person wasn't on the same page with you, or maybe you are kind of getting a little bit discouraged because you can't find somebody that is on the same page as you, and or maybe you have a couple options. I'm not really sure. You have a lot of choice cards, you have a lot of emotion cards, and I feel like it's kind of a confusing reading. So, but let's move on. And your external influences, I feel like there's some good news coming in for you here, Libra. And it's kind of coming in quick. And the Eight of Wands, this is kind of like the Cupid card. These wands are moving really quickly, and they come with a lot of passion and a lot of excitement and a lot of energy. So that's something to look forward to. And maybe that's why it's turned, you know, you're kind of more into the Nine of Cups. Maybe this news that's coming in, it kind of balances you out, which is something that you need to work on. We have the hope on your hopes and failures. We have the Lovers card. There's obviously a choice, or it could be maybe you're deciding, do I even want to start dating, or do I want to be in a relationship? Or, you know, I feel like this is a choice. It's also a relationship. I don't know if you guys are single and maybe you're like a friends with benefits with someone, and you're like, do I want to go even further? Do I like this person to have a relationship with them? I'm not really sure. You just have to take it how it resonates, because everyone's going to have their own story. In your outcome, we have the Two of Wands. So this is another card where she's holding her cell phone in her hand and she's planning for the future. She's deciding where she wants to go. And the two wands stand for different directions, you know, and she's got her little cell phone in her hand. So she's being resourceful. But she has a vision, you know, and I feel like you're going to come down, because I feel like you're still kind of working through some heartache, and you might even have like some kind of lesson that you have to learn in the future. That you kind of have to like walk away from. And it might be a little bit confusing. It might stir up a lot of emotions. But at the bottom of the deck, you know, you have the Ace of Swords, which is a breakthrough. So you have the Page of Swords, the Hanged One, the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of, you know, bottom of the deck is like what you don't kind of see coming. I feel like you're going to be in this kind of contemplative, kind of, you know, the Page of Swords is somebody who's very inquisitive. They, you know, they're very studious. They kind of want to learn more. And swords stand for thoughts, right? So I feel like you're going to be really kind of, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Either that, or I feel like there's like three different things coming to me right now. So sorry for the pause. But I feel like you're taking your time to maybe even, you might even have your eye on someone new and you're contemplating on whether you should make a move or not with the Hangman. And, or it could be, you know, somebody has their eye on you. I'm not sure. It could be a Pisces that's contemplating whether they should make a move on you. We also have the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Swords. And the Queen of Cups is all about self-care, self-nurturing, taking care of yourself. Okay. She's also, you know, she puts all of her emotions into the cup. She's very nurturing, very loving, very kind. So, and this is kind of like a new relationship energy too. To me, I kind of read the Queen of Cups as a new relationship. I feel like because there's a lot of sword energy here, Libra, and swords are air signs. So this is definitely a lot of your energy. But you also have the Nine of Swords and then the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you're doing a lot of contemplating, a lot of I don't want to say research, but kind of like going through, taking a moment of introspection, and even maybe trying to see, because the hanged one is Pisces energy. He also, it's like a different perspective, like a switch in perspective. Maybe you might even be looking at your relationships differently and what you want in them. And I think that's why religious factors is here, because I feel like maybe it's kind of like Spirit's kind of asking you to kind of, you know, choose your path. Okay. Look forward. What do you want in a relationship? You know, what do you want basically in your life? I mean, I feel like you're confused in a lot of areas in your life, and but I think you definitely are on the verge of some kind of breakthrough or epiphany. You know, that's the Ace of Swords, because it comes, this is the last card that I pulled off the bottom of the deck, and it's after you like go through all this stuff, you know. So I haven't, like, I hate to say this, but I'm going to be straight up with you. I feel like you have a lot of things to figure out internally and to clarify what you want. You might be walking away from someone that maybe you just started dating, or maybe you're interested in, or you just might be embarking on your own journey altogether. You know, you do have the Temperance and the Lovers here, and they both have wings. So I feel like there's some kind of like awakening or shift that's happening with you, Libra, in just your life in general. So, and I think it's going to be stressful, and I think you need to take some time out to contemplate, and just kind of be in your own thoughts, you know, focus on self-care, because I feel like you are going to be like, this person's really stressed out, you know, just having nightmares. You know, I mean, a lot of times it's like confusion, can't think straight, overthinking, but there will be a breakthrough because you have the Ace of Swords as your last card out. So I'm just going to clarify a couple of these cards, because you're all probably wondering what the Three of Swords in your near future is. So Spirit, will you tell me more about the Three of Swords, please? Tell me more about the Three of Swords. The World, yeah, closing out a cycle here. The World card, but it's good, you know, you're closing out some kind of chapter that's never going to be open again. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you have coming. That's awesome, you know. So forget about the Three of Swords. Like, it's fine. Like, it's probably going to be hard, it's probably going to be rough, but you're, like I said, you're kind of like embarking on this huge, I feel like it's like some kind of transformation or awakening that is really big in your life, because, you know, like I said, with the Ace of Swords, it's kind of like a breakthrough, an epiphany on something, and I feel like it's going to take you, I'm not going to say, I mean, it's work, right? You have to do the work, but it has the Ten of Pentacles. This is, you know, this is having it all. This is being happy, financially abundant, this stable, you know, the house, the car, the family, like everybody's taking care of the dog. And this is long-term abundance and success, which is beautiful. So hold your head up. Hold your head up, Libra. I feel like the whole collective is kind of, there's kind of like a shift that's kind of occurring. This is a full moon in Libra. So, you know, Libra is about partnerships and relationships. I feel like there's a lot of focus on past relationships and kind of like an introspection on your relationships in general, whether it's love or with your family and your friends and the people that are surrounding you. And then at the end of the month, there's an eclipse, which is pretty powerful too. So keep that in mind. I'm taking that. Okay. Spirit, why is the Eight of Cups here? Will you clarify the Eight of Cups? Please clarify the Eight of Cups. That was the bottom card. Sorry. I'm going to have to do this over. All right. So we have Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a, here we go, there we go, that was a better shuffle. Spirit, tell me more about the Eight of Cups. There we go, Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're walking away and you're kind of bummed out about something, but you can see that little cup that's coming out of the sky. That's the universe being like, don't worry about the cups that you don't have. We have a better cup for you. At the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy and fulfillment and happiness. And then on the deck cut, it's can you see it? Two of Cups. There you go. All right, Spirit, clarify the moon, please. Clarify the moon. Clarify the moon, please. Oh, Five of Cups. Yeah, you're disappointed. This is like crying over spilled milk, disappointment, grieving. He's crying over the cups that have the three cups in front of him that has spilled over, but he doesn't, if he turns around, there's two cups in the back, you know. So I feel like you're definitely bummed out about something. And that could be in another area of your life too. So it could be affecting your love life. But I feel like you still have hope, you know. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. This is taking a leap of faith. This is this carefree attitude, this, you know, taking a chance, a new beginning. Let's see. Spirit, why is the Lovers here? Oh, that one flipped over. Why is the Lovers here? Why is the Lovers here? Lovers is clarified by the King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're getting clarity, using discernment, communicating very clearly. At the bottom of the deck, it's a Nine of Swords. The King of Swords is your king too, Libra. You know, he uses discernment. He's very clear about the way he communicates, and the butterfly on his throne stands for transformation. So, kind of goes along with your reading. How about the Two of Wands? Why is the Two of Wands here, please, Spirit? Ace of Wands. There's another ace and the Tower. Ace of Wands and the Tower. So you do have a new beginning, but I feel like it's a really big change. In clarifying with the Two of Wands, it probably will be a big change. And the Fool, again, is on the bottom of the deck. So there is a new beginning coming for you, Libra. I think that you really have to get really honed in on what you want. If there's healing in any area of your life, not just from past relationships, but it could even be from, you know, childhood wounds or just things that you haven't worked out that are kind of deep within you. So I think there is a new beginning coming that you might have to even make a choice on, but you have to think, or it will make you think about which way that your future is going. And I think it might come a shock to you with the Tower. The Tower isn't always bad. It's like a change and upheaval and a shock, but it could be a good shock, you know. And I feel like, you know, this Tower is kind of not something you would live in. I mean, it's like falling apart and being struck by lightning and people are falling out of it. Like, it's time, I think it's time to rebuild your Tower. So that is all I have for you, Libra. Thank you for checking out my channel. Please hit like, share, and subscribe if you resonated with this. And if you would like to book a private reading with me and kind of dive deeper into any of this, any for love or career or general, you can find my email in the description box. And until next time, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.